This is the first picture of over 500 pictures I took while traveling 400 miles to face my social anxiety. Let me tell you this story. This started off with my closest friends. These two goofballs wanted to go on a trip to a random place. The place they chose was Cleveland! Why? So with one day to prepare, we set out to have as much fun as possible within 2 days of being in Cleveland. This did not go as planned. As soon as I got into the car, Ryan handed me this $5 camera. While he was looking forward to me capturing memories, I was going to capture something else, a wife. You see, I'm lonely, and one thing I gotta do is be able to talk to girls, and I'm very bad at it. So a conversation starter is, you wanna take a picture with me? So I was ready to face my social anxiety, but first we had to make it to Cleveland. Yay. Which from our hometown is almost a 7-hour drive. And the check-in to the hotel was 4 to 4:30, which means if we weren't in Cleveland by 4, we would not be getting the hotel. So we were on a time crunch, and that's where this photo comes in. That is the moment I realized we're going to have to kind of speed through this 7-hour trip. There's one thing you always do no matter what when you're on a road trip with your friends. You gotta jam out to some tunes. And while we were jamming out, we had this guy driving next to us who had the greatest energy. I think he was on drugs, but he was amazing. He was also jamming out with us. It was so much fun. That's this guy right here. Look, I don't use this is the first time I've ever actually used a camera, but using this thing made from 20 years ago, I don't know how this thing works. I'm not even 20. My chances of getting a wife were slowly increasing as time was going on driving, which is why I created this. You see that whiteboard right there? That has my Snapchat on it. So whenever I saw a cute girl, I would put this up in the window and hopefully they would add. About 2 hours passed and not a single person cared. My self-esteem was so low that we actually had to stop at a McDonald's in this Lake Town thing. Now recently McDonald's actually dropped a adult Happy Meal, which is crazy. So the McDonald's that we came to, there was one thing they told us. They don't have it. What the How do you not have that thing? You're literally promoting on a board outside. After 2 hours of getting rejected, no Happy Meal, I wanted to go home. I wanted to go home. Luckily, we all kind of got a few jokes in after we saw this sign that I tried to take a picture of and it looks like it failed. You can see how young we are. The fact that we thought that Quaker Steak and Lube was funny. It's pretty funny, what can I say? After we got our grub, I decided to see what this camera had to offer. And I realized you could record with it.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Okay. I doubt it.
It probably like stops after like you record for like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, probably. I don't think it doesn't pick up audio, does it?
It should.
Sounded so unsure.
Sure hope it does. We have a video. Come on. Cleveland. No. Just put the audio track.
You might not know what that thing right there is. It's a truck. And there's one thing when you're on the road that all boys love to do, and that's go like this in the window to make sure they honk their horn. We had a goal. I had multiple goals, but the two of them had a single goal. How many trucks could honk their horns at us? On the way there, we got 15. This right here is Adult Mart. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is, but I love it. And I wanted to stop there. We were on such a time crunch that we didn't have time. Within a blink of an eye and a sore back, we made it to Ohio, baby. Let's go. The home of Jake Paul and Logan Paul. But when we entered Ohio, we realized we haven't been paying attention to the gas meter at all. So I quickly typed in the gas station close by on my phone and realized it was 10 minutes the other way. So that's about like 20 minutes of our time wasted on just going to a gas station to fill up. However, while we were there was one thing I realized. I had a chance to get a wife. So while Brian was pumping the gas, I decided to go into the store and get a snack. I walked in there confident, ready to tackle any task, and luckily enough, the cashier was a decently looking girl. Definitely in her 30s, but I'm fine with that. I don't judge how old you are. Don't take that out of context. I grabbed some gummy worms, went up to the cash register. She was like $3.29. And you know what I said? You wanna take a picture and be my wife? She looked at me, handed me my change, and then helped the next customer. I was so confident, saying I wanted to get a wife. I was gonna face my social anxiety, but it didn't work. Tyler decided to make a mess, so that cheered me up, because he's a freaking idiot and almost popped a tire trying to open a bottle. It's not alcohol, by the way, it's soda. It was around 3:40, 3:50 that we got to Cleveland, so luckily we were in a good situation. But oh, no. You see, there was a baseball game going on in Cleveland that day. The traffic was extra long. Luckily and thankfully, we made it to the hotel. Look at the smile on my face. You can kind of see it, but can't. I was so happy. You have no idea. And the first thing we did when we got into the hotel, Brian took a shower, Tyler did some homework, and I was watching SpongeBob. Also, the room that we were given was, of course, the room that had a guy outside painting. So I snagged a little picture of him because, you know, he was a chill guy. It was very uncomfortable while we were just, you know, relaxing. I took this picture because for some reason I saw a UA and I was like, oh shoot, My Hero Academia. And it was at this time, for some reason, the camera started to just bug out at night. I couldn't tell you why, but it just wouldn't work. When it started to get dark out, it just wouldn't work. That's why the next few of these pictures are kind of messed up, but I kind of think it looks even cooler. I tried to take a picture while we were at the bar that we went to eat. This bar, again, empty. It was fun though. They had cornhole and, you know, wasted about $50 on food. Although there was one thing that our waiter said. He said that there was an Easter egg hunt, which is why I didn't have that much food. So I don't know what this Easter egg hunt is, and we never found it out. But if you live in Cleveland or around Cleveland or know anything about this Easter egg hunt thing, tell me. I tried to take a picture of those two goofballs playing pool. It was blurry, but it looked cool. I was able to take this picture that was kind of fine. It was like a theater. This is when I realized the camera was really bugging out, because we saw this super weird. Like, it was so weird. It was like this little glass cube, but with TVs playing memes. It was the weirdest thing. I tried to take as many good pictures of them as I could. They were so blurry, it just didn't work out. And we went to the gym because, you know, gotta get swole. This is why you never leave 3 idiots and a camera in a gym. We decided to head back out to do something insane. There was one thing that I did not expect to work. You know the sign from earlier that I made that said add my snap? There was a cute girl. And what do? We pull up to a cute girl, put the sign in the window, and hope she doesn't. She friggin' did it! Oh my god, was I so happy. I asked her if she could be my wife. She said no. Anyways, let's move on. I tried to take some pictures of the city at night. None of them worked. Although, recording worked fine. So, instead of taking a picture of this super cool, huge chandelier that was in like this street light thing, I decided to take a video of it. I saw this super cool church that looks like a castle with LEDs, which made me want to pray that I would get a wife. And like that concluded the pictures for that day. But that day didn't end in anything bad. It was great because I was able to get the Snapchat of a future wife. We started day 2 off strong. We found out there was actually a football game going on, so we bought some tickets that night. And this morning we were headed out to go and see the game. That was the last time we would be in the hotel, so I was like, let's take a picture of this hotel. Also, I finally got to take a picture of the Cleveland sign. That's like, not the actual sign. We had no idea where that was, and we were on time crunch to get to the football game. However, there was one thing. Before we went, we were a little hungry, you know, we were a little peckish. So we decided to stop at a McDonald's. So this would have been the second time we would try to get our adult Happy Meal, or whatever they're saying, Cactus Jones Flea Market thing. Also, for some reason, this McDonald's was like super sophisticated. They had like a park outside, and like it was really nice. All 3 of us, we had our own characters that we wanted. We each got what we wanted. Brian got Grimace, that big purple thing. I got my chicken babe, and Tyler got the guy with the hat. I kind of set out on a goal to, you know, face my social anxiety. And at a football game, you know, there's gonna be a lot of people. So I took a lot of pictures of this blimp in the air. We saw this super cool looking bridge thing. Also, we were late to the game, by the way. We were pretty late. However, we found a parking garage about a few blocks down the street. We walked over there. I tried to take a better picture of the football stadium because, you know, it looked cool with like the little like area thing. I've never been to a football game. Don't judge me. And this was the moment we realized, oh shit, we're late. Because they were setting off fireworks, and that's usually when they got a when, you know, the Browns got a touchdown, which, by the way, the teams that were going off were the Cleveland Browns and the LA Chargers. And the tickets that we got, because we got them super late, we were on the 500th floor. You know, when everybody was getting hype over Cleveland, I was like, yeah, Cleveland! I had no idea what was going on, but yeah, Cleveland! However, there was one thing one thing I wanted to do while I was there, and that was get some merch. I was either gonna get a jersey or a sweatshirt, but I got a sweatshirt. Let me show you the sweatshirt. This right here is the sweatshirt. It's comfortable, I'll say that. It's nice, it's comfortable, it's a texture I like, but when the price comes up to $120 for this sweatshirt, you realize that financially, it's a bad investment. By the way, it's stained. Yeah, it's stained. Also, when we were at the football game, I was expecting to be like, oh yeah, let me try and get a girl's number. Let me get her Snapchat. Let me do whatever it takes. There's going to be women here. They're going to be cute. Let me try and get a wife. But you know what? When you go to a football game, you almost never see a girl that is there by themselves, or like, you know, by themselves, or like with friends who are like other girls. If you see a girl at a football game, they're almost 100% there because of their boyfriends. Oh yeah, Brian is a Chargers fan, so this was the moment that the Chargers won this game, and this was the moment realizing not only did I pick the wrong team, but also the defeat of me buying a $120 sweatshirt. However, since we were super high up on the parking garage, I decided to have a little bit of fun. As you can see right there was a dumpster, and you know, we had some garbage. What better thing to do? Throw stuff off of the parking garage and into the dumpster. Although we were having fun, we had to kind of hurry up, because we already knew getting out of, you know, the parking garage would have been a hassle, and trust me, it was. So we had to get in the car and try and get in line to get out as fast as possible. Although we were stuck in there for a good 30-40 minutes, we did have some fun, you know, playing around with our toys. However, after the football game, we did have to immediately head back home, but things kind of got crazy on the way home. We went to this super cool gas station called Sheetz. Interesting name, but they sold like toys and stuff. It was like weirdly like above average gas station. Like, this was a really nice gas station. I tried to take some pictures out the window. Obviously, it was so dark that it wouldn't work. However, there was one thing that we wanted to do, and that was this.
No! Sleep! To Cleveland! No! Sleep! To Cleveland!
Let me tell you why I have a sad face here. So you see, on our way back, we were getting a little hungry, you know? As you do. We decided to stop at this little bar place in the middle of nowhere. While we were there, I saw this pretty nice looking girl. She was the perfect person I could have ever imagined. She was our waiter. This was the first time I was actually going to ask a girl directly for their Snapchat. And when I did, I almost cried when I got a response. She had a boyfriend. And like that, I reached home. Home! I decided to take this. Tyler giving me the thumbs up that I can go to bed. Oh my gosh. I probably shouldn't have done that on my bed.